little connector here to connect to the shop vac. The meat and potatoes of it, the sander itself. And they're also kind enough to include 20 pieces of sandpaper. So let's go ahead and take the plastic off of this. This cord, I believe, is like super long. I mean, I don't have to believe that. I can see that. It is super long. That's one of the things I love about this. I have another sander from Tacklife. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's also a mouse sander, so it's very similar to this one, but not the same. But we'll unattach it here and see just how long this cord is, because I'm absolutely in love with how long this cord is. And I think that's one of the things that they're missing on the website, is to really say how long the cord is. Okay, so I'm 6 foot tall, so my wingspan is 6 foot. Okay? 6 foot right there. And at least another 3 foot. So 9 or 10 foot cord. I mean, 9 or 10 foot cord. Awesome. Love it. What's this got? This has 12,000 oscillations per minute. Pretty powerful, pretty fast, pretty easy. The connector for the vacuum would go right here in the back. This does not come with a dust collection bin, so kind of important to use your shop vac on this one. As far as the sandpaper, it does come with 20 pieces of sandpaper of multiple different grits. I mean, they weren't cheesy, and they didn't do the same grit for every one of them. See, they got well, okay, some 80 grit, some 120 grit, some 180 grit, and some 240 grit. So, boom, right there. Look at that. That is beautiful. Comes with all this paper. And it's 20 sheets, so it's going to last you at least a while. They also do sell a pack of more sandpaper for like $12. You get like, I don't know, I don't even remember how many sheets. But attaching the sandpaper, simple and easy. I think it's called a hook and loop. Pull it off, and one of the nice things is you can put it right back on. You can do that quite a few times. Probably all day. I mean, it's like Velcro for sandpaper. So if you're switching out between different grids, take the grid off you want or you don't want, put the grid on you do want, and of course you can use that paper again later. So, you know, if you're going to do multiple pieces of the same product, and you want to start off with a 40 grain or an 80 grain, boom, and then just swap it out to the finer grains as you go, and then go right back to the previous grain on when you're on the next piece or the next batch. Whatever. You're not wasting sandpaper by taking it off. I mean, awesome. Let's see what else we got here. It does have a dust protected switch to where when you switch it on, switch it off, it does have a plastic coat over top of the switch to prevent dust from building up in there or getting into there and causing defects or malfunctions. This does tote a 2-pound design to where it is, I mean, the tool is 2 pounds. So you can do this on a wall for quite a while because you're only holding 2 pounds. You can use one-handed sanding. You know, if you've got a solid surface that you're working with, you can just, slide back and forth. Nice, simple, and easy. Very lightweight, very easy on the hand. I mean, extremely easy on the hand. Okay, and with the angle of the tip here, you can kind of see that. that does make it for getting into corners nice and easily. And I mean, some tight corners, you can actually get into there with that. Sandpaper on it, you know, you can still get into those nice tight corners and get the job done. The sandpaper will fold up a little bit on the edge to where it'll actually overlap into the corner, so you can actually sand that corner nice and flush and really, really well. Kudos to Tacklife for building that right into where the sandpaper is just a tad bit bigger so that it can bend around and get around in that corner. Next up, we're going to show this thing in action, and we're going to do a little bit of sanding because we've been wanting to do some more sanding. It's just, you know, things don't always work out the way we want. Okay, I know you're asking, how do you use it? Well, you connect your vacuum hose to it, and then you turn the vacuum on. After you turn the vacuum on, you turn the sander on and you start sanding. We did get the entire top plate of this done where it looks fairly decent, and we only used the 80 grade sandpaper. We probably should have used 40 down here where the finish was a little thicker, but we can always come back and hit that with 40 grit. This was just to show you how easy the sander is to use and how little dust that's left over from it. And also to show how easily it goes into the corner. Now let's look at this corner here a little bit. Whereas it was really easy to get in there. I mean, it got right into the corner. There's a little bit of wood fill that's here. That's a little different color. It's either wood fill or paint. I'm not entirely sure which. It looks more like wood fill to me than it does paint. Plus it feels a little more like wood fill would. Remember, this is like 100 years old. So I don't even know if they had wood fill 100 years ago. But they did something, glue or whatever, to put here in this corner. Just to seal that gap. Because if you look down here, there's a bit of a gap. So they were trying to fill that gap with what they used. I'm going to assume it was some sort of wood fill or something that was used as a wood fill. But as you can see, it got, you know, it got the surface, you know, up into the corner. It even got up into this corner, and you probably can't see it on the camera, but this corner over here as well, it got right up against that next piece of wood, that trim. So that's awesome. The top part we really didn't hit. And we did hit at the far end. It did do a good job. And then, you know, we sand it on down here to kind of flush this up and make this a little better. We really do need to switch to a 40 grit paper for this over here though, just because that's got a lot of stain on it. Whereas the other face, the stain kind of slid off, or the whatever finish they used kind of slid off. It was real thin up here, but it's a lot thicker down here on the side. So we'll have to use a different sandpaper for that. But you can see that it definitely got into the corner nice and good, nice and well. One more thing to show you though. Okay, and we're going to look inside the shop back here just to see what we got. And you can see down there, there is definitely some sanding sawdust, sanding particles, I don't know what you call it. There is some down in there. A lot of it's going to be in the filter at the moment. So there's that. But we did get some up in here. And we'll go back over here to the floor just to show you. There is like none on the floor. Let's see what this spot is here. That spot is paint, not stuff from sanding. That's paint. So all the sanding matter that it gathered is right here in the collector bin for the shop vac. So awesome job with that.